Okay, in this lesson, we're going to be working with finding the radius of a sphere. So we're still using our formula, volume equals 4/3 times pi times our radius cubed. So we have to remember it is radius cubed when we're working sphere because it is a circle all the way around, not just, there are no flat sides, okay? So this one's kind of a little bit tricky. Bear with me. They are giving us the volume in the coefficient form, which is nice, okay? So our steps, well, first of all, we're going to go ahead and substitute in like we've done previously. So this time they're giving us the volume. So our volume is 36 pi. Don't forget the pi is on there. Equals 4/3 times pi. So instead of writing it out as 4/3 pi, because I know I'm going to have to go through and work to get my radius cubed by itself, I'm just going to put my pi right next to the 4 and 4/3, okay? So I'm really taking 4/3 times pi and showing them together. Okay, so our next step is we're going to actually go through and multiply by the reciprocal. So in this first one, I will show that, and then in future ones, I'm just going to actually circle it and write flip or multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, so right now, this is what this looks like. 36 times pi equals 4/3, so 4/3 pi, sorry. And we're going to take that times the reciprocal of 3/4 pi times radius cubed. So don't give up on me yet. Don't say, oh my gosh, it's too much work. I'm going to show you how you can kind of eliminate that blue step right there. But whatever I do to one side to cancel it out, because notice these would cross cancel out, I have to do over here. So really I'm taking this times 3/4 pi. Now in the future, we're just going to show this on this side. We're just going to circle like this on there to show that we are going to flip or multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, the reciprocal is when you flip it over. So now I'm going to write this as 1. So this first one, I'm very detailed in how I do it. And the future ones, we'll just kind of show visually what we should do. Okay, so I can cross cancel my pi's. 3 times 36, and then 4 times 1 is 4. Or I can see, I know some of you might see cross canceling here. 1, 9, 3 times 9 is 27. Equals, on this side, all I have left is radius cubed. Okay, so now we have to jump back, way back, to when in chapter 7, when we would have to find the cubed root of a number, because in order to cancel out a cubed, I have to know the cubed root. So what number times itself 3 times is going to equal 27? That would be 3. Okay, so my answer for this one, my radius would be 3. My units is meters. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and try another one of these. This is just going to take practice, getting you comfortable with using that formula and substituting things in. Okay, so here's our next one. So volume equals 4/3 times pi times radius cubed. Very common to forget and use radius squared. Okay, so this is where we're going to substitute in where V is. So 972 equals, I'm going to write this together just to save a step. So 4 pi over 3 times radius cubed. Okay, my next step is to multiply by the reciprocal of this fraction. Okay, multiply by the reciprocal. So over here, I'm going to write the reciprocal of 3/4 pi. And what did I do? I forgot to write my pi symbol there. Right there. I forgot to write that in there. And I just notice it in this step when I forget to do it. Times 972 pi over 1, because we're working fractions, equals radius cubed. Okay, I can cross cancel my pi's. I can probably also cross cancel the 4's, but I did that in the previous one. So this one I won't. I'll go through and actually solve it without cross canceling. So on the bottom, 4 times 1 is 4. And then I can take 3 times 972, and that gives me 2,916. So now if I just take 2,916 divided by 4, that's going to simplify it even further to 729 equals radius cubed. Final step, we need the cubed root. So some of you might have forgotten how to do the cubed root on your calculator. So I'll do a really quick sketch of what you're going to do on your calculator. So if you're going to try and solve this, now my Blue Classroom calculators and many of the Chromebooks have where you're going to type in the 3 for this cubed part, and then you're going to find a button that has either an N or an X or something, this symbol, okay? So on my calculators, you have to hit the 3 and then the second button, and then this, which I think on my calculators it's an X instead of an N, and then I would punch in 729. Now this is one that is actually pretty common. We used it quite a bit when we were working with cubed roots, and your answer to this would actually be 9. So my radius equals 9. My unit is millimeters. Okay. Okay, working this formula, yeah, it just takes practice. Okay, substituting in, just don't give up on it. Just keep practicing it. Okay, so let's do one more. Do one more. And if you're comfortable, you can stop watching the video, and if not, then watch one more time. So volume equals 4/3 times pi times radius cubed. So our volume is this, 121.5 pi, I always forget to write that, equals 4 pi/3. So I include those, I piece those two together in that step, times radius cubed. Okay, because we're really taking 4/3 times pi, it's just that I'm putting them together here. Okay, so now we're going to take this times the reciprocal, okay, to cancel it out. So over here, I'm going to write 3/4 pi. Whoops, my pi goes on the bottom, sorry. So I can cross cancel, times 121.5 pi over 1 equals r cubed. So this one I'm going to go ahead and do 121.5 times 3 gives me 364.5 over, sorry, my pi's cancel out, 4. So divided by 4 gives me 91.125 equals r cubed. Now I have to do my cubed root. So my calculator, I do 3 second, my cubed root button, and 91.125, which gives me 4.5. So I get 4.5 feet. Okay, so this formula, kind of tricky. Yes, it requires some patience. Don't forget that you're multiplying by the reciprocal. And most common for me is I forget to take that pi symbol or write that pi symbol. So sometimes it looks funny. It's just practicing using the formula in a different manner. So good luck with this. Don't give up. Just keep plugging away.